Hey Dragon Fam, welcome back. So today, as with most videos, we're going to start off with a problem and a solution. The difference here is the problem was me, and the solution was hidden in a massive office redo. So this isn't going to be my standard type video, but I felt like this was important in the times that we're living right now, and I have reached 59, almost 60, and I've really started to take kind of stock in my life being an empty nester. So I want to give you guys a tour of where the office stands. We have dubbed it the mega office. But I also want to, share some of the things I've learned about myself, but just making in general, and the joy of actually creating things that make you happy. So I hope you'll give me a chance and stick with me for the next few minutes. I promise, that it'll be at least entertaining. If not, you'll get to see some cool stuff that I've built and learn plans about what I intend for the channel ongoing. So even if you're not an empty nester and you're just a maker and love to build things, I think you might find this interesting. So let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start with a tour. This is the stairwell up to my office. Tom Fleming did the Endless series, and they're just fantastic. But tip number one, always put things that inspire you where you can see them. Every day I walk up and just am amazed at the quality of his work. So this is the landing up to the office. This is our bonus room. So there's the studio, but you can see the Blade Runner poster. Yes, I am a cyberpunk geek. Keekly signed that. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame in case he's listening. Um, Here are all my Funko Pops and other assorted Blade Runner memorabilia, my Star Wars, including the original DVDs and the Revenge of the Jedi glasses. Overwatch was always my favorite. I have kind of fallen off playing it a little bit, but I created a gaming center minus the scale, which needs to get put away. Uh, my Diva collection, and those are signed pops by different people I've met over the years, including Charlotte when she signed my Diva poster. So just amazing artwork. Child One made the corgi with his Ein, and then Melissa Fawn signed my artwork. You've seen a lot of this in the What's on My Wall video. So on the other side is, I hate to even admit it, but this is the desk I create at. This is why we're building a new desk. So got some artwork that I love that inspires me, and then my Funko Pop collection, Firefly, Umbrella Academy, and on it goes. Tron, always a favorite since I saw it in the theater. Yes, I actually saw it in the theater. So lots of pops that I've collected over the years. So this is where we're going to do one of our next projects, which is building out a cyberpunk kind of inspired enclosure so we can have everything put away. The mini, and then the mini is going to be living in the enclosure if I can ever get it done. Video out soon, I hope. So you can see a lot of progress has been made in the office. I just wanted to share a couple ideas and thoughts. So when Child 2 moved across the country and left everything behind, I came up and started cleaning the place up, and really it was more of just kind of put it away and that'd be fine. So I just used what was there. So my lesson number one is make use of what you have. You don't need to have a $50,000 budget to create the space that you love. Now I'm fortunate I have a couple of 3D printers, so I could do the open grid wall and things like that. But really, you don't need anything other than ingenuity and time to build a space that you absolutely love. When I come up in the evenings after work to be creative, I'm in a place that just inspires me. I look around, I see all the things I've collected over the years, and I think back to when I saw Return of the Jedi for the first time when I see my glasses, or when
I got to meet Carolina Ravassa, who's the voice actress for Sombra in Overwatch. Just those things matter. The second thing is that for the first time in my adult life, I actually have time for me. Um, you know, the kids are both gone; they have their own lives. My wife is, her job takes her away from home a lot. So I spend a lot of time hanging out with Blaze, but I've had time to really craft a space just for me. And now I have a huge space to craft, which has been fun because, as a maker, more is better. But, the thing is that, you know, you want to have a place where it reflects who you really are. And I'm a geek. I write books, I do YouTube making 3D printed stuff. I was huge into Marvel, comic books, anime, name it. I've probably been in it. Um, that's okay. That's when I was growing up, that's what got me beat up in school a lot. But, geek has moved into the mainstream a lot more. And it's just a place where I can be really myself and happy. So, I think that's really important. My third thing is, and it's a trend I've seen on YouTube a lot lately, and I've seen a couple other makers like Jesper Makes and Swedish Maker and, some of the other, I like to make stuff, talking about you don't need to have every tool to be creative. It's great that some of the YouTube creators end up with, these amazing machines, but, you don't have to have them to do it. And I was watching a video the other night, and it was basically a tool ad. And I was like, this doesn't really add anything to my life because I don't have $5,000 to plunk down on a machine. I just don't. The machines I have bought with my own money have been because I was printing to sell at conventions, or I was printing, for commercial clients that I've taken on. So I'm fortunate, but I had income sources to back that up. I wasn't getting free machines. Now, I would love to have free machines, and I'm sure you would too. But when it comes down to truly being creative, it's nice to have the machines. They make the range of things you can do so much larger. But really, you can do the things that you love to do with minimal tools. And that's kind of my problem with the enclosure, is I was trying to do the entire enclosure with just an Allen wrench to show that you can do this stuff without a lot of tools. Now, I will give you a little spoiler. If you're still watching, I did have to use the chop saw to cut down some of the pieces to a little smaller so I could fit the plexiglass pieces. And a friend of mine is cutting the plexiglass with a laser just so it has a nice edge to it. And I'm going to have to use my jigsaw to cut out little corners to put the floor in for the enclosure. But those are readily available tools, and if you don't have them, you can borrow them. I'm not going to show you a project where I use a 4x8 CNC machine, at least not yet, because I don't have it, and I honestly don't even know where I would put it. I don't have enough room. The wood shop I do have used to be where child one parked her car, so it's a mess. So I need to get out there and clean that up. Same thing with the print farm that grew out of necessity, not planning. I started shooting that video and it's gone to the wayside for a while. The last thing I will leave you with is I have ADHD, thus the distracted dragon. And, this is not a done project. There are plenty of things sitting there that I bought fully intending to use. And the one thing I've realized is, projects are never truly done, but undone projects are just sitting there waiting for their time. It's not a indication you're lazy or disorganized or anything else. You have to kind of go with where you're called. And I spend 8 hours a day at a day job being focused, which is not my normal state, to be a good employee. So when I come home, I want to do what calls me. And yeah, I would love to do all my cable management. I would love to set up Home Assistant far more than I have it. It hasn't had time it's not its time for that project. So you have to kind of give yourself a little bit of grace as far as, you'll get to it or you won't. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's doing what makes you happy and what, really truly just kind of makes this journey as a maker so much fun, because I'm not tied to anybody else's schedule. I love doing the tutorial videos I do. I love helping people. I find that the community for Open Grid and the maker community is very gracious. Blah, I can't talk today. But I would do this stuff even if I wasn't recording. So, I am just trying at 59 to figure out, what I want my last act to be. And wherever you are in life, I don't think it hurts to take a few minutes and think about it. And I know when you have little kids running around or teenagers, giving you side eye every 2 minutes, it's tough to find the time or the patience to sit down and do some of these things. But if you get a minute when you're sitting in the car waiting for pickup, maybe think for a couple minutes about the projects you've got going and what are the things that are really going to not be useful but be meaningful to you. So, just my thoughts. Not sure anybody will watch this one. I'll be coming back with, if I can ever get my problem child and closure done, that'll be coming up, and I've got a couple more tutorials I want to do. So, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate the people who have subscribed. I appreciate the people who watch to the end of these videos. If you want to hit like and subscribe, I'm going to start doing a lot larger builds, so it won't just be all tutorials. So I'm going to start doing some voiceovers and some bigger projects. So stay tuned for that. So I wish you a great day, and well, this project's not done, but we're going to still fly the next one. Until next time, it's Patrick, Distracted Dragon Makes.